In this episode, Agnieszka Godusławska, an advocate in Wardyński & Partners employment practice, who advises clients on labor law matters, and Dr. Joanna Prokurat, an attorney at law, tax advisor and partner in Wardyński & Partners tax practice, who supports clients on tax and social security law matters, will explain to you on what legal grounds Polish companies can employ board members and what are the consequences of this in terms of income tax and social security for board members who are subject to these taxes in Poland. Later, we'll hear an update on the Polish economy.
Alongside the corporate relationship, a board member and the company may also be bound by a contract.
Several options exist for this which have different effects, including in terms of tax, social security and healthcare contributions.
A Polish company's management board member may be employed under an employment contract, a managerial contract, or serve solely under a resolution of appointment to the board. The employment contract may be for an indefinite or a definite term, for example, for the term of office on the management board. After concluding such an employment contract, the company must comply with all restrictions and obligations required from an employer. These include maintaining personal files and time records and providing training in health and safety at work and occupational health tests. Special requirements also apply to terminating employment, with a recall from the management board generally being an independent and justifiable reason. On the other hand, a managerial contract provides greater flexibility, including with regard to termination. This is because the wording and objective of a managerial contract need only avoid contravening the nature of the relationship, the provisions of law, and the rules of social harmony. It also places fewer obligations on the company. If the position is held solely due to appointment, the member is generally only subject to the restriction of the Commercial Companies Code, the company's statute or articles of association, the management board's regulation, and the resolution of a meeting of shareholders, or, for a joint stock company, also the supervisory board's resolutions. Also, the management board member's remuneration will be based mainly on a resolution of a meeting of shareholders or supervisory board, depending on the type of company.
A board member's remuneration under an employment contract, managerial contract or resolution of appointment is taxable under different sources of income, but at the same rate. Namely, in accordance with a progressive scale of 12% up to 120,000 Polish zlotys of annual taxable income and at 32% above this level. An employment contract, managerial contract and a resolution of appointment all give rise to health insurance contributions, the amounts of which may vary in certain cases. They also all differ significantly in terms of social security contributions. Under an employment contract or a managerial contract that constitutes the only source of income, the board member pays essentially the same social security contributions with the exception of sickness insurance, which is voluntary under a managerial contract. If, however, the member of the management board gains income from business activity at the same time as the managerial contract, then as a rule, that person is subject to social insurance contributions only under the first title that arises. For instance, such title may be the business activity, which allows payment of significantly lower contributions. Unemployment or managerial contract also has certain consequences for the company. In both cases, the company must cover part of the costs of social security contributions for the board member. The company also acts as a remitter of tax and contributions. On the other hand, a board member who is remunerated for serving on the management board under a resolution of appointment is not subject to mandatory social insurance contributions. The contributions which they entail mean that a resolution of appointment and a managerial contract, if constituting the basis for serving on the management board, are often more attractive than an employment contract. But at the same time, they may attract the interest of the social insurance institution.
A managerial contract provides, in addition, an opportunity to define the mutual rights and obligations of the board member and the company, and creates an additional basis for the management board members' liability to the company.
Poland is 10th globally in terms of the export volume of automotive parts. 2,500 various firms are involved in manufacturing them. 1,000 of them have Polish capital. Of course, the vast majority of this production is for internal combustion engines. Unfortunately, forecasts suggest that one of the effects of the transition to electromobility will be a decline in the number of jobs in the Polish automotive industry. This will happen for two reasons. On one hand, the demand for combustion drive parts will fall. On the other, electric drives, which are simpler in design, require far fewer parts than combustion drives. A remedy for this situation could be the launch of electric vehicle manufacturing in Poland. We have already made the first step along this road. In January of this year, the Stellantis concern started the manufacturing in Poland of an electric version of its Avenger Jeep. Thank you for watching this episode. See you next time.